Why most trades businesses never hit 1 million in turnover. You want the blunt truth? Well, most trades businesses will never hit 1 million, and it's for one reason and one reason only. And that's because they've got a design problem. Their operating model doesn't stack up and they work super reactively. Because they're reacting to chaos, they never intentionally scale. So hitting 7 figures isn't about luck or hope. It's not a goal or a marketing trick. It's a design problem that you need to fix. You need to make sure that you're working on a business model that's designed to scale. So let me explain what actually stops people from scaling 7-figure businesses. And I'm not talking about the economy, the competition, or bad luck. I'm talking about 5 structural, fixable barriers that repeat in every single trades business. I've seen so many businesses stall until they fix these, and when you do, you'll break past the next level. If you ignore them, you'll keep playing the same game, getting more tired and demotivated. Stage 1, pricing and productization. Most trades sell hours and empathy. They price on feelings and the cost of the day, not on the value they create. They have no idea what their break even is, and they're just charging based on their competitors. But if you want to build a multi-million pound business, you've got to sell outcomes and you've got to get intentional. You need to understand what gross margin means, how much overheads you have, and what net profit is really all about. This will get you in the driving seat of your business, and it removes the endless guesswork from your organization. We want you to make a great profit and we want you to be cash rich, but unless you do the work required to understand how to price properly, you have missed the first domino in business, which is going to be your input metrics to success. So fixing this is simple. Learn how to price jobs correctly. So, stage 2 is operations and capacity. There is a hard truth here. Time is finite. If growth means you or your best person have to work more hours to get the job done, you have not built a business, you own a job. And without systems that change that, a scalable operating model with the right work, you're going to get stuck in a trap of never being able to take a day off. You need a perfect, predictable, and repeatable business model. Something that's standard, not reactive work, but installation work, where you can generate a lead, where you can make a sale, where you can complete the job, and you can get paid. And then all you've got to do is rinse and repeat. You don't want to be changing your business model every single day. You don't want to wake up having to get a new set of tools, go into a different suppliers, go into a new customer type. One day it's domestic, one day it's commercial. Of course, that's going to create chaos. The best entrepreneurs in the world struggle to put structure around that type of business model. So you've got to get the right strategy and success will come to you. Stage 3. People in leadership. You can't outsource leadership. Owners who stay the chief officer of everything never grow. They make a trap for themselves and they become the biggest bottleneck. They block every decision, every micro decision have to go through them, and things never move forward. Now, there's a time in business where micromanagement and controlling decisions is important until you've built your systems or trust the people that you employ. But when you do trust your people, they've proven themselves and there's a system to catch the errors backed up with KPIs and reporting, then you need to let go. You need to trust people, and if you don't, you're forever going to be the one that's working on the front line. This is a real challenge for so many trades businesses, constantly living in fear of what if one of their employees fucks something up. Well, the reality is people are going to screw up constantly. That's the nature of the beast. And it gives them a great opportunity as long as they're the right person with the right attitude to learn and improve. Of course, if you've just got people causing problems constantly, they got a bad attitude and they don't want to fix it, you need to let those guys go, but you need to get out your own way and let your business become a success. Stage 4, Sales and positioning. This is one of my favorite ones. So most trades businesses rely on referrals, repeat custom, and the occasional lucky contract. Yeah, you know that I'm talking to you right now. And this model works to a point. But the reality is, $1 million in sales requires a perfect, predictable marketing strategy. Without predictability, how is it that you are going to know that you're going to make the sales to cover your costs and make a profit? You need an offer that communicates value instantly, a pricing frame that anchors the right perception around your brand. And if you're using your own name, JV's Plumbing and Heating, you're doing yourself a disservice, because it means that someone with a brand can charge 30% more than you and still get paid. Because customers don't want to pay a premium to a small business owner, but they're happy to pay a premium to a big brand. It's all about perception, and it's all about perceived value. And when you nail this, your prices can go up. You've got to stop thinking about your business like it's reactive. It's all based on word of mouth and you're just waiting for customers to come to you. And you've got to start thinking about being proactive and building a marketing and sales machine that you push into the market to go and explode growth. Stage 5, financial discipline and reinvestment. This is where pride kills progress. There are too many owners taking all the profit and spending it on themselves. Instead of fuel for growth, they take it as a reward. If every uplift, though, gets taken out as a bonus, if margins aren't protected, and if you don't reinvest in equipment, systems, and people, then you're never going to be able to sustain a higher turnover. And if you want to get to a multi-million pound business, you've got to start planning capital allocation. You've got to build cash flow buffers, and you need to reinvest before you celebrate. I always say short-term profit sacrifice, long-term profit gain is what every scaling business owner has to understand is the play. And if you aren't able to build a business that's driven by marketing and sales, you're also never going to have the available cash flow to do this anyway. I don't want you to take not taking a salary as a badge of honor or a rite of passage, that if you do that, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be super successful. The reality is, I've seen many business owners that have been trading and working years and years and years for basically below market income salary, and they don't make it. And that's because they think time solves their problem, not the actions that they take with the time that they have. So if you want to be successful, you've got to understand that time is a part of it, but taking action right now to invest in training, education, a mentor, a coach, and growing your business is what it's all about. And now, the most important part that most owners hate is none of this is quick, and none of it is glamorous. Growth, well, it's hard. But choose your hard. Running a small business is hard, running a big business is hard. But if you focus on running a bigger business, you're going to wake up in the future living a completely different life. If you stay working on the tools, doing everything yourself, managing your own admin, pricing your own jobs, you're going to have a job for the next 20 years. It's about creating a successful, scalable, and perfect repeatable operating model. I can't stress this enough. I wish I knew this in my 20s. It took me too many years to understand that if you don't have a system to acquire customers, to drive sales, to complete delivery and get paid and run it like clockwork, then you're never going to be in a position where you build anything that you can sell, that you can exit, that you can step back from and let it run itself, and you're always going to have a job. And so that's what this game is really all about. So if you're a business owner and you're watching this video, you've had enough of staying stuck, you don't know what move to make next, I'd go on over to trademastermind.co.uk, go and check us out and see how we can support you, because over the last 5 years, we have helped many thousands of business owners just like you to get to the next level in their organization.